So, with the return of golf this week, I've got a few hot takes for the crew this morning, and I want to know if they are buying or selling. So, let's start with the top ranked player in the world, Rory McIlroy. Okay, Paige Mackenzie, 6 top 5 finishes and 6 starts this season for Rory. So, is it fair for fans to expect him to continue his top 5 streak next week? Buy or sell?
I'm selling this all day long. It is not fair. I get it. Players or fans want to hope that it would continue. I certainly enjoy watching him play good golf. So I certainly hope that he plays good golf. But is it fair to expect it? Absolutely not.
Of course it's fair, Paige. I'm buying this. What is fan short for? Fanatic. The golf fan has every right to expect the world number one to bring the goods. Every time Derek Jeter played baseball, he wasn't sure, what fan might be seeing him or watching him on TV for the first time. Listen, we can have like the foot on the gas or the foot on the brake, I should say, and maybe temper our expectations. The golf course is a little bit more narrow, not as many par fives. But the fan, the fanatic, it's his or her right to expect greatness every single time.
So does that mean the next time Jim Furyk teed up after he shot 58, we were supposed to expect to see another one because they're fanatic? No, there's tempered expectations. There's realistic expectations. And then there's the hope. And I get it, but I'm not buying it.
But the fan has that right. I mean, the fan is buying the tickets, right, Robert? The fan is paying cable. The fan is paying to watch the best. The fan wants to be entertained.
Sure, the fan wants to be entertained, but if they knew what they were going to get, they wouldn't pay the ticket. It's the theater of the unknown. That's why I'm selling. Last time we saw Rory, well, we did see the match at Seminole, but last time we saw Rory in competition, he was pulled off the course essentially at the Players where he's defending. He didn't have the greatest of first rounds. And listen, everything's just been shut down for Rory. The momentum is gone completely. And yes, every PGA tournament is big, especially when you're on top of the heap and number one in the world. But the first major isn't for a while now until August. So I think he's going to try to temper and just barely kind of get going. I don't think he's going to come in all guns blazing this week. It's just going to be really, really tough week for him, I think, but wouldn't shock me.
We're talking about a Lamborghini, Paige and Robert. Just press the key fob and let that baby hum. And you say when you know the result, when we knew the result, we knew Tiger Woods was going to win tournaments at the height of his power. Didn't hurt ticket sales or eyeballs on television that we knew the result ahead of time.
We'll talk about being entertained.
Come to an end.
Okay, and I will always be entertained by a disagreement amongst our morning drive crew, so keep it going. But Damon Hack, you are first up on the tee for this one. We are moving over to the man who Rory McIlroy knocked off the number one spot, and that is Brooks Koepka. We all know about his recent struggles. So Damon Hack, Brooks Koepka is the player who can make the biggest statement by winning this week.
No. I'm going to sell this one. I'm changing my mind. I've gone from a buyer to a seller. I'd say Brooks might make the third biggest statement with a win. How about Jordan Spieth? What kind of statement would he make with a win? How about Phil Mickelson? What kind of statement would he make with the win? So not the biggest statement from Brooks, a big statement among the field, but not the biggest, not this week.
Yeah, what kind of statement would I make if I won, but I'm not even in the field? That's not going to happen either. That's why I'm buying it. I can't take the Mickelson angle for sure because it just seems too far-fetched the way he'd been playing. But yes, Brooks Koepka has a lot to prove, and a lot of people talking too much over the beginning of this season, and he would like to shut them up and make a big statement and let everybody know that when the big tournaments come around, don't worry, I'll be there. My game's just fine.
It would certainly be a big statement, but is it the biggest statement? I gotta sell this because I think that Jon Rahm would be making the biggest statement if he were to overtake Rory McIlroy at number one in the world with a win. We haven't talked as much about Jon Rahm's incredible streak. Yes, there was one finish outside the top 10, but otherwise 8 finishes, top 10 or better in the last 8 starts, including 2 wins. And the 2 wins, the second one was after a 6-week layoff. I think that he has the ability to come out, play great golf, And to me, that would be the biggest statement, to get to number 1 in the world for the very first time, to overtake Rory McIlroy with a consistent stretch of really great play.
I don't know. Really, to make a statement, you've got to do something that kind of no one expects you to do. It's not really a statement if you do what you're kind of supposed to do, which is just play great golf, which he has been doing. Brooks' statement.
I don't agree with that, because I think as much as we love the Rory and Brooks like rivalry back and forth, it's definitely fizzled out. Imagine if we have two players at the top of the game that are both playing incredible golf and being able to battle head to head a lot this season because of the condensed schedule. I'm looking at it from a perspective of potential rivalry back and forth.
Boy, counting Brooks out. Can't believe it.
Well, only one start of the Charles Schwab Challenge for Brooks Koepka, and it was a second place. So watch this space, ladies and gents. Okay, well, let's move over to another player, two players, in fact, who we've mentioned who have had struggles of their own, but they are fan favourites and they've both enjoyed success at Colonial. So buy or sell, both Phil Mickelson and Jordan Spieth will make the cut this week. Robert Damron.
We're selling. Again, I think that there's a potential for this layoff to help both players, at least one of them, because their momentum was gone. They had a really kind of struggling each event they teed it up so they can put it all behind them and start fresh. But the odds are it's just not going to happen the way they were playing, because it wasn't a little stretch of bad play for them or inconsistent play. It's been a long run of inconsistent play. And to think that this time off is going to cure both of them is just a bit of a long shot. It's such a strong field and such a tight golf course. If the driver's not on a little bit for either of them, they're going away on the weekend. And I just think the odds are too strong that that's going to happen.
Robert, I'm with you. I'm selling Phil and Jordan together. I just feel like, and you said it, these are two past champions. Let's not, underestimate their, the feelings of good vibes, horses for courses, and all those old golf cliches. But the fact is, the way they both have been playing golf of late, when we last saw them on a golf course that can be constricting, I just don't trust both of them to have great driving weeks. Therefore, I am selling this question.
You definitely hit the nail on the head there, Damon, because I agree with you. I think each one individually, I might have a little bit more confidence with the fact that we're putting both of them together. I actually have relatively good confidence in Jordan Spieth in spite of the fact that he hasn't played his best golf. This is a golf course that he's been successful at each and every single time he teed it up nearly. He's averaging better than a top 10 in the 7 starts that he's played in this event. So I've got a pretty moderate confidence in Jordan Spieth right now. I don't have a lot of confidence in Phil, so for that reason, got to sell.
Ooh, let's hope they prove us wrong here. And both fan favourites and both guys that we'd love to see make the weekend. Okay, my final buy or sell to you guys, Paige. So it's the first tournament back in 13 weeks. Rust is obviously inevitable. Now, Kevin Na won this event last year with a score of 13 under par. We've seen some really low scores over the years. Justin Rose 20 under par the year before. So the winning score of the Charles Schwab Challenge will be 13 under or lower. Buy or sell?
Emphatic buy. It really has to do with strength of field. We've got probably the best field that this event has maybe ever seen. Top 5 players in the world in it, 16 of the top 20 in the field. So for that reason, I think we're going to see some good scores this week.
I think we'll see some good scores, but I don't think we're going to see 4 in a row by any given player. That's why I'm selling it. I think 13 under, 12 under might be right on the mark. And I actually looked up on the tour's member website, what's the conditions of the course? There's an agronomy notes I could look up, and the word dry came up a couple times. So par 70, really firm golf course, and a bunch of rusty golfers doesn't equal low scores in my mind.
I appreciate the research, Robert. You looked up the member notes of the golf course. Where do you even come up with this? Good investigating. We'll see. I guess come to find out. We'll see. Damon, what do you think?
I'll tell you what, Paige. First of all, I'm going to call the PGA Tour headquarters and have them change the password and lock Robert Damron out of getting that kind of information. But I'm going to buy. Listen, I don't see Mark Russell and Slugger White and the PGA Tour officials going to set up this golf course, going to beat up these players this week. This is an opportunity for sports fans to watch golf. Golf has the stage this weekend. I could see the tour officials maybe having a bit of a softer, kinder, gentler setup this week that lends itself for more birdies, for more action for the viewers at home. I don't see them beating the players up this week. They know it's been an unforeseen situation. They're not going to let rusty players embarrass themselves. I can see 18, 20 under winning this week. We'll check back and see what happens.